Hi, welcome friends. Thanks for joining us again on the channel. To our Icelandic visitors, we say Sæl og Sugat. Today we need to look over an area that we want to clean up a little bit out near the property line. I will need a pointer stick. This is convenient. Meanwhile, while we're walking, if you would care to get a cup of coffee, put me on pause, and rejoin us. We'll wait because we understand. So we have a number of hazards today, a number of things that can go terribly wrong. First of all, walking and talking. We have eye level hazards, such as this tree coming up, so we'll have to wear eye protection. We don't have any mosquitoes or flies yet. We do have ground bees, honeybees, potential for ticks, so we'll need repellent. Today it is calm, overcast, so we won't have sun on our eyes. We won't have wind blowing things around. Let's see, what else do we have? We have rocks, holes, things falling out of trees on top of us. So we'll need head protection, sturdy footwear, long pants. Let's see, we'll be using some tools potentially. So we need to keep from poking ourselves, getting cut. We may have pinch points. We'll be using a chain that is heavy plus pinch points. Well, that's hard to say today. Let's see. Mechanically, we have the subcompact tractor we're going to use. We have a stump bucket we're going to put on that has jagged edges. We have just driving the tractor itself, uneven ground, tipping, flipping. We'll need our ballast on. We'll need our ROPS up. We'll need to travel with both the ballast and the front end loader low to keep our center of gravity low. Later on, we may put on the back blade to try to level this out. I'm not sure if that's going to work or not in this area. We'll figure that out as we go. Make sure our fluids are topped off. Hydraulics are warmed up, tractors warmed up, and then come back and have some fun. All right, let's see, did we miss anything here? We have roots. We don't have any ivy vines in this area. We do have a narrow entrance here. We'll have to widen this up a little bit. I won't be able to get through this. We'll have things that scrape our ROPS as we go through. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. These are what we want to take out. I may try to push some over in the meantime just by myself. They're not rooted all that well. Let's see what we could do on this. As I put my coffee down, I better not spill that out and be upset. But we could probably pull that out at the risk of hurting ourselves, though. So we may stretch out a little bit. We have some lifting issues when we add the suitcase weights to the weight bracket. Those are a mix of 42 pounders and 70 pounders. Oh boy, this is going to be a problem as well. That will be in the way, but that's on the neighbor's property. I don't want to touch it. We'll just avoid it. I think that pretty well covers everything. What do you think, camera person? Are we good to go? I'm getting the thumbs up, so hot diggity. Let's have some fun. We need to first change out our normal loader bucket for a more aggressive stump bucket. Also to put up our ROPS, that is the rollover protection structure. Hearing protection will also be donned at this point, and notice my footwear are not steel toe, but they are sturdy. We have a few additional hazards here. Notice I'm wearing my leather gloves to protect against a pinch point, but I'm also standing on a somewhat weakened pallet, and I walked in front of the sharp stump bucket. Now, while I felt stable and perfectly safe, I really should have walked around the back. Notice that when transporting, both the front loader and the 3-point are both in a lowered position. This will increase stability. Low, but not too low. I have made a few small improvements over the years to this subcompact tractor. Some were for convenience, some for safety, and some because I felt like it. There are dual grab handles, dual mirrors, full grill guards, fire extinguisher, front and rear, LED auxiliary lighting, upgraded seat springs, and in a couple of weeks I'll have wheel spacers. We transitioned from a grassy area in the main yard to a grass moss combo, and now since we're in a wooded area with lots of shade in the summer and moisture, we have a lot of moss. We'll try and get rid of that this summer if time allows. At some point in the future, it would be nice to add a larger frame compact tractor to my lineup. However, for today's uses, this unit is nimble and offers a quick in and out due to its size. Now that everything is in place, ready to go, we can put on our helmet, switch the unit over to four-wheel drive, and proceed. You may hear some mumbling in the background. That's just me passing notes to my camera person. It is tempting to go full steam ahead and throw caution to the wind. However, keep our wits about us, keep four wheels on the ground whenever possible, realizing that in any moment, if we make a wrong move, we may tip or flip and cause serious injury. There isn't much room to maneuver in this area, as you can see. We'll be in a better spot later on in another area with plenty of room. As I had hoped, we're going to be making some shallow holes. This will be useful in demonstrating the importance of ballast and distribution of weight. Between the existing terrain and the holes we created, they're about a foot deep at their maximum. We're avoiding everything we can. Between about 160 pounds added to the rear axle and about 550 pounds added at the 3-point, we've now increased the weight of the machine by about 30% of the total. I never felt unsafe here, keeping controlled, slow actions, all wheels on the ground. Since we didn't have a lot of room, it made good sense to pick the machine we did to do the job. It's time to make a slow exit, controlled, without hitting anything. There's very little room for error here. Just in case we both had time and felt like it later on, I'd already scoped out a couple of additional areas for work. It was deemed safe to proceed, so I did. I don't know about you, but for me, knocking over bigger things is more of a pleasure. I found a couple earlier on, and we're heading that way now. This one was leaning so heavily it was almost down anyway, but I couldn't get it from the other direction. So I thought, why not stand it up, and if I'm lucky, I'll knock down another dead one that's nearby, get a 2 for 1. The only problem is, it requires constant attention to make sure something doesn't fall the wrong way. we did a little diversion. We had the opportunity to take some other things down, so we did. I'm going to get the chain. We'll wrap it on probably this one here, yank it out just to get it on the ground more. We'll get that old dead one on the ground and call it a day. All right, I have an old pair of anvil loppers. Not my good pair. These I put in the dirt, and it's pretty dull, but it'll snip these. I can find them. No, maybe I don't need it. Oh, here it is. All right. I expect somebody's going to tell me I'm doing this wrong. That's okay. Ask for 5 opinions from 5 different people. None of them are going to agree. Yep, I should use the other end though, shouldn't I? That much I think we can agree on. Coolness. As before, keep it slow and steady. Make sure we know exactly what we're doing. By now, a reasonable question would be, why not use a chainsaw and get it over with? That would put the wood on the ground the way you want it. True, that would be an option, However, in this case, I was fighting daylight. Having another tool out would require maintenance before putting it away so that it would be ready to go for next time. 3, an additional safety review of the area would be needed, along with additional gear. And 4, this was just as easy and fast anyway. All right, we have it on the ground, and I think that's enough for today. We'll do some more in a bit after the rains are gone. Should be in a couple of days. Until then, see ya.